Hey guys, Gabeismon here. I'm a professional Apex Legends player for Complexity Gaming. I'm going to be sharing with you today some tips and tricks on my favorite legend, Wraith. Tip number 1, using your portals to help your teammates. Wraith is really good for getting your teammates from point A to point B without getting shot. Wraith's portal can also be used to save a downed teammate. If you're a little bit away from him on the map and he goes down, you can drop your portal, put it on top of him, and he can crawl through it and you can res him for safety. Tip number 2, how to use her portal effectively. When using Wraith's portal, you typically want to start facing forward, and when you end it, also have it facing forward, so when your teammates come through, they don't come out looking in a direction that they're not aware of. Also, when placing the portal, you want to be careful where you start and end it, because wherever the timer starts and ends, that's where the portal is. If you jump off a cliff and the portal runs out halfway to the ground, you cannot re-enter it. Tip number 3, portal management. When using Wraith's portal, an easy way to keep track of how long the portal's been open since you put it down is looking at your ultimate ability. When your ultimate ability reaches 38%, his portal closes. His portal lasts for a minute, so this is an easy way to keep track. Tip number 4, using Wraith's tactical ability. When playing Wraith, her tactical ability allows you to go invisible for a couple of seconds and not take any damage to avoid enemy fire. Something to be careful about when using her ability is before you go into it, it takes about a second for it to activate, so during that second, you're vulnerable to all enemies and can die very easily. Positioning matters, and you also can't see other players when you're into the void, but they can see a faint trail of where you're going. Tip number 5, using Wraith's tactical ability defensively. Whenever you get shot at from random opponents, it's good to use her ability to get away with taking little to no damage at all. But when popping her ability, you need to be careful because you can no longer help your teammates in a fight. It's almost like baiting. It's good to use, but you don't want to use it unless you have to. Tip number 6, using her tactical ability offensively. Her tactical ability is very good for scouting and finding out information for your teammates in competitive play. When I'm playing with my teammates and I'm trying to find a new spot for me and my teammates to go to, I'll usually lead the charge because if I run into trouble, I can hit my Q and get out of there right away with taking barely any damage, and my teammate can support me when I get out. Tip number 7, when using balloons or any zip lines across a map, including Pathfinder, you're able to pop your Q either before or while on the zip line if needed to avoid enemy damage. Tip number 8, ways to fight an enemy Wraith. When an enemy Wraith goes into her tactical ability, follow her. She's really easy to kill when she comes out because you get first shot on her and she doesn't know where anybody is. Also, when Wraith puts her portal down, on either end, if you sit and wait for somebody to go through it, you also get first shot when they come out the other end, making for a very easy kill. I hope you enjoyed these tips and tricks about my favorite character, Wraith. This is Gabeismon. I'll talk to y'all later.